Yo, real quick, before this video even gets started, I need you to do something. Think about the greatest footballers you've ever seen. Pelé, Ronaldo, Messi, guys who took decades to build their legend. Now imagine doing all of that before your 25th birthday. That's Kylian Mbappé. But here's the thing, the goals, the trophies, the speed, that's just the surface. The real Mbappé, the one behind the camera, that's a completely different story. Stay locked in, because by the end of this video, you're gonna see this man in a whole new light. Trust me, number 7 is just the beginning. Let's get into it. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we post bangers like this all the time. Today, we're breaking down the 10 things you didn't know about Kylian Mbappé. And I promise you, some of these facts are going to leave your jaw on the floor. We're talking sneakers, pandas, Chelsea, and even a moment that brought this man to tears. And it was not on a football pitch. All right, let's not waste any more time. Number 10, let's go. Sharp 10, SNEA Kylian addiction, kicking things off at number 10. And yes, the pun was absolutely intended, Mbappe's sneaker addiction. Now look, it's not exactly a secret that footballers love their drip, but Mbappé, this man is on a completely different level. He's been spotted in interviews talking about his love for kicks like it's a religion. And during a 2018 interview with Hypebeast, he dropped one of the most relatable things you'll ever hear a world-class athlete say. He said, and I quote, "My mom didn't want to buy me a certain model. I used to cry to change her mind. Sometimes it worked, sometimes not." Bro, cried over sneakers. This is the same man who didn't shed a single tear losing the World Cup final. But a pair of sneakers? Waterworks, absolute waterworks. And honestly, I respect it. We've all been there. Some of us are still there. Keep doing your thing, Kylian. Sharp 9, he surpassed Usain Bolt's top speed. Number 9 is where things get genuinely insane. We all know Mbappé is fast, like ridiculously fast. But one day on the pitch, he recorded a top speed of 23.61 meters per second. Now let that sink in for a second. Usain Bolt, the fastest human being ever recorded in history, clocked a best of 23.35 meters per second. Mbappé beat that number on a football pitch in boots while tracking a ball. Now, before you come into the comments with the pitchforks, yes, Usain Bolt is still the fastest man in the world based on certified athletic conditions, but the fact that a footballer even got into the same conversation, that is absolutely wild. If these two ever raced, and let's be honest, we all want to see it, Bolt would probably still edge him out, but Mbappé would definitely have him eating some serious turf, and neither of them can match the speed of, well, this video. We're moving quick. Stay with me. Sharp 8, he comes from a sporting family, number 8. And this one is genuinely heartwarming. Talent at this level doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It gets built. And in the Mbappé household, sport was basically the family language. His dad, Wilfried Mbappé, was a football coach for over 25 years, and the very club where Kylian started his career, AS Bondy, is the same club where his Cameroonian father built his legacy and raised his family. His mom, Faiza Lamari, is no slouch either. She's a former top-level handball player who competed in the French Division I Handball League. So Kylian literally got athletic DNA from both sides. And then there's his younger brother Ethan, already in the PSG first team, already turning heads, already making the football community sit up and pay attention. When the Mbappé family shows up, you just know. It's in the blood, it's in the bones, and it's in every single sprint Kylian makes down that left flank. Sharp 7, he's a massive NBA fan. All right, number 7, and this one surprised me when I first found out. Football is Mbappé's world, but basketball, that's his holiday, literally. During his downtime, Kylian is regularly seen shooting hoops rather than finding a football to kick around. He's a huge fan of the NBA, and more specifically, he's a big admirer of Los Angeles Lakers legend LeBron James. And LeBron, he's a fan of Mbappé right back. We've seen these two swap jerseys, share moments, and in late 2022, Nike actually brought them together for a footwear collaboration, the Chosen 2 collection. On top of that, Mbappé and his best buddy Achraf Hakimi were spotted sitting courtside at a Brooklyn Nets game in New York. The crowd went absolutely mad for them and gave them a standing ovation for their performances at the World Cup. Although, and this is hilarious, the Argentines in the building made sure to remind Kylian exactly how that World Cup ended. No chill, absolutely zero chill. Sharp 6. He's an activist number 6, and this is the one that shows you Mbappe is more than just a footballer. The man has principles, and he will stand on them even when the money is on the table. Just before the 2022 World Cup, KFC and the French Football Federation had already agreed on a marketing deal involving the entire national squad. But the terms weren't fair to the players, particularly around image rights. So what did Mbappe do? He refused to participate. Full stop. An executive named Alain Barral even threatened legal action, claiming KFC had paid for Mbappe's involvement. He got loud, he got aggressive, he said he would press charges, and then KFC stepped in and had him issue a public apology to Mbappe. Yeah, KFC went to bat for Kylian. This wasn't just about one deal. This was Mbappe drawing a line and saying, "My image, my rules," and that's a message that goes way beyond football. Sharp 5. He's the second most expensive player in the world. Number 5. Let's talk money. In 2017, when Mbappe was still just a teenager lighting up League One with Monaco, scoring 27 goals in 60 games and putting on a masterclass against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League, PSG saw enough. They threw 180 million euros on the table. And just like that, a teenager from Bondi was one of the most expensive players ever purchased. The only player with a higher transfer fee to this day, his own teammate, Neymar Jr. And then, because Mbappe doesn't do things small, he went and signed a contract extension at PSG worth a reported 250 million euros, a deal that also gave him unprecedented influence over club decisions. Other clubs have circled. Real Madrid came knocking hard, but Mbappe has always played this game on his own terms. And right now, his terms are very, very expensive. Sharp 4 Hyde idolizes Cristiano Ronaldo number 4. And for the Messi fans watching, I'm sorry in advance. Before Kylian Mbappé became an icon himself, he was just a kid from Bondi with a poster on his wall. And that poster? Cristiano Ronaldo. In 2016, his dad told France Football that Kylian was obsessed with Real Madrid during his early years at Monaco, years that happened to coincide perfectly with Ronaldo's era of absolute dominance at the Bernabeu. His dad said Kylian used to spend hours watching CR7 videos on the internet. Hours. And if you look at the way Mbappe plays, the explosive pace, the clinical finishing, the flair, you can absolutely see the influence. The two have since recognized each other publicly on the pitch and off it, and their mutual respect is genuinely one of football's most wholesome bromances. Sorry, Leo. This one wasn't going your way. Sharp 3, he was almost signed by Chelsea number 3. And this one will genuinely make you want to rewrite history. Back in 2012, a young Kylian Mbappé, still just a boy, was invited to Chelsea for trials. Chelsea watched him play, and then they passed. The bosses weren't impressed enough to sign him. They let him walk right out the door. But the story doesn't end there. Chelsea came back. They tried again. They even handed him a personalized number 10 shirt to show how serious they were. But this time, Mbappe's mum, who we've already established is not the one to play with, had one response: sign him now, no trials, or come back in 5 years with 50 million euros. Chelsea didn't like those terms, so they walked away again. And Kylian Mbappé went on to become one of the greatest players on the planet. Chelsea, take a moment. Sit with that. Sharp 2. He is regarded as a legend in France number 2, and this one is about legacy. In 2018, Kylian Mbappé was 19 years old. He played in a World Cup final. He didn't sit on the bench and celebrate with everyone else. He played. He delivered. He scored 4 goals in that tournament, including one in the final against Croatia. France lifted the trophy, and Mbappé had his name written into history forever. 4 years later in Qatar, he went even further. He scored 8 goals in the tournament, including a hat-trick in the final against Argentina. They lost on penalties in one of the greatest finals ever played. But Mbappé, he was absolutely electric throughout. President Macron himself came down to the pitch to console him after that loss. That's the level of national importance this man carries. There's even a mural of him in Bondi, his hometown, a permanent reminder of what one kid from a Paris suburb built for his country. He's not just a footballer, he's a symbol. Sharp 1, he is the godfather of twin pandas, and at number 1, the fact that absolutely nobody saw coming. Kylian Mbappé is the godfather of 2 pandas. You heard that right. In 2021, the Beauval Zoo in Saint-Aignan, France, welcomed a set of twin panda cubs into the world. And during their naming ceremony, the honor of godfather was given to none other than Kylian Mbappé himself. His godmother counterpart, Chinese Olympic diving gold medalist Zhang Jiaqi. The twins were named Yuan Dudu and Yuan Lili. So not only is this man a World Cup winner, a record breaker, an activist, and a sneaker fanatic, he is also officially a panda dad. I don't know what else to tell you. The man is built different, completely and utterly different. And that is a wrap on the 10 things you didn't know about Kylian Mbappé. Which fact surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to know. My personal favorite, still Chelsea. Always gonna be Chelsea. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, share it with a friend who needs to see this, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you never miss a drop. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.